Let's give this a couple of seconds, make sure everything's working. Oh yes, I can hear my own voice that I absolutely despise, so that means everything's working. Right. Good evening everyone, welcome to Formula 2 of Revolution F1. We finally have a streamer. I have been a generous human being and I've given up my seat, well primarily because I don't like the cars, but you know what, we'll look past that. But we finally have a streamer now. It is me, Bonge PGR, and I am solo commentating tonight for rounds 17 and 18 here, or races 17 and 18, round 9, here at Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium. So probably going to be a little while before we see anyone go out on track. Usually everyone waits till about 15 odd minutes before going out on track and waiting till the temperature picks up or the track rubbers down a little bit. But there can be certain benefits to going on a completely green circuit. Get the initial rubber down, you won't have as much tyre wear, and you could maybe get a decent lap at the very beginning, but I'll have to wait and see. 12 drivers tonight. I believe everyone here is all... yeah, everyone here aside from Richard PGR are existing drivers. Richard making his debut in the Charouse. Used to be my car for the 3 races that I did. And let's quickly get the results up, just see the overall standings for Formula 2. So currently we have Mr. Five Crown leading on 199 points, followed by his Carlin teammate JC Butler on 191. So Carlin are very much at the top at the moment. Brando in the Trident car is 164, so it's quite a big gap between the Carlins and the rest of the field. RF1 Platinum in the UNI Virtuosi on 152. P-Bents in the ART on 136, closely followed by Terzonic in the other Trident. 134 points. Nicholas in P7 for the Prema Racing outfit of 81 points. And Aran in the High-Tech on 79, closely behind. Then we have Stewart and Whitemeat on 57 and 51 points respectively. Loki in the Campos currently sitting P11, just outside the top 10 on 35. And then we have Taz and Zombez both tied for P12 and 13 on 24 points. Funky Cactus in the Dams on 21, just behind, with F2 Keen Sandman. I don't know if he still races, unless it's someone in the lobby that's just got a different name. I'm not 100% sure on that one. In P15, but he hasn't done the last 4 races. He was on 19 points. In the Dams, that's not applicable, it was on 14 points. Me, P17 on 14 points. And then Legend and Tado rounding out on 11 and 10 points respectively. So let's quickly make sure the stream chat is working. Ah yes, we have Mr. Butler and Taz in the chat. Good evening, gentlemen. And Mr. Brando as well. How are we all doing this fine Saturday evening? All good from our end. Enjoy commentating. Thank you, I will, and enjoy your race. Hopefully we can have a really good one. Oh, Mr. Tado is out on track, just about to start his lap. First car out, the beautiful MP car. I do absolutely adore this car. So let's ride on board with Mr. Tado. We'll go for an onboard lap. So coming out of the bus stop chicane, want to try and get on the power as quickly as possible. He's done that very nicely, opening the DRS across the line. Coming into La Source, T1, braking just before 100 metres. Yep, got that pretty... Ooh, a little bit wide, but that should give him a bit more acceleration going down to Eau Rouge and Radion. Coming up, maybe a slight lift, or is he going to take it flat? Takes it flat. That's a great commitment there from Mr. Tado. Opening the DRS along the Kemmel Straight into Lake Com, I want to say. My track knowledge isn't 100% around this track. 33.1, first sector. And he's going to try and got to keep it as tight as possible through there. He's gone slightly wide. He keeps it valid, but just slightly off track there, going into the hairpin. And into No Name Corner. He's going to take this very nicely. Very nice line through there. Coming into Puon now. Have to... Only a slight break in F1 cars, but a bit more in F2 just to get that rotation round. He's taken that quite nicely. Now coming into near the last sector now. I should get a track map up so I can actually find out these corner names. I'll do that in 1 second. Oh, Mr. Taylor's around. I think he's got away with no damage though. He's where George Russell and Antonio Giovinazzi had their bit of an incident last year around this track. Just before Stavelot's 1 and 2. Now coming up to Blanchimont. We also have P. Bence out on track. Everyone other than Funky Cactus selected the softs. Softs and mediums are the only dry compounds available in Formula 2 this weekend. Only 2 compared to F1's 3 tyre compounds available. Into the bus stop chicane. Gets it slowed down very nicely. He's going to power out. Obviously, regards to, aside from the spin, it's been quite a nice lap from Mr. Tado, so definitely a lot more time on the table there. He's just got to keep it on the track in the middle sector and get a better lap. But 2-minute 5.341, first track on the board so far this session. P. Bence coming round Blanchimont now to start a lap. Let's have a quick look at Chateau. Let's have a look. Oh, creamy voice, thank you ZY. Oh, and Apollo as well, thank you very much, gentlemen. Oh, P. Bence is round out of the bus stop chicane. That's not going to do his lap a world of good. He's just got on the curb, I'd imagine that. But that's going to hamper his lap. I think he's going to back off and just do another out lap. Yes, he is indeed. Let's see if Mr. Tado is up on... Well, he's 4 tenths down on his time. But still, for now, right on board with the MP driver. That's the perfect YouTube tutorial voice. Thank you, I might take you up on that, so I'll make a commentary channel. If we get to 20 viewers this stream, I'll do tutorials. Voice sounds like a hybrid of Into the Barrier and Tazonic. Oh, that is amazing. Tazonic's big brother. Oh dear. 9 viewers so far, 21 minutes left of qualifying around Belgium. Here, near the back end of the season, only this track, Italy, Russia and Abu Dhabi left in the season. But still plenty of points. Around about 40... There we go, Mr. Tado improves to a 2-minute .165. It's about 44 or 48 points a race weekend. It's 4 points for pole, 2 for each fastest lap, so that's 8. And then if you win, that's 25 in the feature race, it's 15 in the sprint. So 48 points overall if you get a Grand Slam. Let's have a quick ride on board with P. Bence. I think he's coming to the end of his lap. Ruxian24 has just joined. Oh, he's just invalidated there at Blanchimont. Quite easy to do. Mr. Funky Cactus in the KFC car. The Dams, one of my favourites of the F2 grid. You gotta love a bit of Dams. It's coming round on his outlap. I think P. Bence is gearing himself up for a lap here. He's not spun out of the final corner, so good start so far. And coming down now to the Eau Rouge Radion complex. Very, very challenging and demanding corner, especially in Formula 2 cars. Not as much grip as the Formula 1 cars. Oh, he's going to run wide there at Radion, but he's backed out. He did keep it valid, but I'd imagine that is because he lifted off the throttle out of the corner, just to make sure he didn't spin and wreck his car, which wouldn't do his qualifying a world of good. Oh, just off track there. So Funky Cactus is going to be starting his lap now in the KFC mobile of car number 1, Sean Galisle. It's one of the most cursed things I've ever said, but it's fine. Coming into turn 1 now. Ooh, that is a big lock-up into T1. It's gone really wide and all kinds of out of shape. But he's still valid, so he could carry on this lap if he wanted to, or he could back off and go for another one. He takes Eau Rouge Radion quite nicely, and along Kemmel Straight. DRS wide open. Now coming down to... I'm not going to keep calling it Lacombe, because I'm not sure if that's what it's called. Oh, he's got invalid there. He's just taking a bit too much curb on the inside. So back on, let's have a look. Oh, we have Ruxian out on a lap in the Prema car. With the blue accents. So that's Robert Schwartzman's car, the SMP Racing sponsorship. But he's backed off through Eau Rouge and Radion there. Is he on an outlap or is he on an lap? It's 1 minute 34 at the moment in the first sector. I'm not sure. I think the game might have glitched. There is no helmet there. I've just... Huh. Okay, right. That's a little bit on the curse side, but it's fine. We move. Let's have a look at Chatto. Petition for Bonge to com every league race. Oh yes, I would gladly jump in the for Div 1. I would like to still continue racing Div 2 and try and salvage a few points this season, and then maybe see what happens next season. It's I can't get over that Ruxian's head is missing. That's incredibly cursed. Oh, we have a few more drivers coming out on track now. We have Non-Ripe Loki, the Rain Master himself. Whenever I've been in races with Loki, he's always been like a god in wet weather conditions. His Vietnam springs to mind. He was fastest by a country mile for the beginning part of that race. But yeah, whenever it rains, you know that Loki's gonna appear. Closely followed by JC Butler in the Carlin car. There's the Red Bull sponsorship on both of them, as both their real-life drivers were backed by Red Bull sponsorship of Yuki Tsunoda and Jehan Daruvala. Almost said it wrong. Daruvala, as I've heard of. Is it Daruvala or is it Daruvala? I've always said Daruvala, but it could be Daruvala. I'm not sure. But yeah, let's ride on board with Loki on his endeavours to qualify. Very nice there through Eau Rouge and Radion. DRS wide open along the Kemmel Straight. Coming into the first sector, 33-1. That is a really good first sector. Keeps it very nice there. Oh, he's invalidated. He's only just gone off as well. That's a massive shame there for Loki. It was looking like quite a nice lap, especially that first sector. So we're right on board with the next man, which will be JC Butler. As he comes through No Name Corner now. Takes a very... Oh, Funky Characters, I missed that. 157.1. 3 seconds quicker than Mr. Tado. So that's the first proper time on the board. As from the front-running guys. So I'll have to see how the likes of Butler, Tazonic, and... Is Tazonic here? I don't think Taz is here. No, he's not. I thought he was. That's my bad. We'll have to see. We'll 124.8. That's a very nice middle sector there from Butler. He's going to come around Blanchimont. Just a few more corners to go. Only one real braking zone of the bus stop chicane, which can be quite deceptively hard. Ruxian with a 158.7 on those medium tyres. He's going for the alternate strat, or at least qualifying on those tyres. You don't necessarily have to start on them in Formula 2. You can change if you'd like. A little bit wayward from Butler there, but I don't think it's going to affect him too much. The 156.1 second clear of Funky Cactus there. There's a really, really good lap there from the Carlin driver. It's, who will be next to do a lap? I believe it will be P-Bence. It looks like it's P-Bence, or is it? Oh no, that's White Meat's on a out lap, so he's just about to start one. So it will be P-Bence, will be next. He's taken that complex of corners very, very nicely there. A little bit wayward on the exit, but I think he's got that well under control. Slight little lock up, but not going to affect him too much. Looking quite nice and tidy at the moment. Now through No Name. He takes that very nicely, doesn't run wide. It's through Puon now. He's taking a very nice line. This is looking like a very, very strong lap. Speak English, please. Very, very strong lap from the ART driver. As he gets invalid. Just slightly too much curb on the inside there. I believe it will be Loki next, or I think is Butler, or is it Brando? No, Brando's in the middle sector. I think Butler's on his way back to the pits. He's just invalidated, but he was up on his time. So I believe it will be Loki next to be on a lap, or complete a lap rather. 12 and a half, or about 12 and 3/4 minutes left of this session to go, and then we'll be getting on for the races. 50% for both. I'm not sure on the lap count. I believe I'm going to take a stab in the dark, because it's 13 or 14 laps for the feature race. Across the line for Loki, 157.1. That's going to put him P2, just ahead of Funky Cactus, so he can be pretty happy with that lap. It's got him right up there. Ruxian has invalidated. P-Bence is on another lap. I think Brando will be the next. Yep, Brando will be next to complete his lap. They're coming up to the line for the Trident driver. 156.0. He's just ahead of Butler by 1/10 of a second, or 0.170. So about 2/10 of a gap to the Carlin of Butler. We're going to be seeing a lot more people come out on track now as Zombez exiting the pits. P-Bence is on a lap. Five Crown is also starting his lap in the other Carlin kart. In Yuki Tsunoda's one. Funky Cactus, he's retired in the pits. He's happy with his qualifying lap. So we'll ride on board with P-Bence, because I believe he'll be next to complete it, and Nicholas just behind him in the other Prema car. Still about half the grid yet to set a lap time. P-Bence purple in the middle sector, but this being Codemasters, not sure how trustworthy that is. It's through Blanchimont now. Doesn't run wide, takes that very, very nicely. Is running a bit low on fuel. But he's taking a very nice line there through the bus stop chicane. He's just got to get it rotated. And he does so beautifully. A little bit late on the opening of DRS, but it's going to be a 56.4. Jumps him up to P3. So we're going to have Nicholas starting a lap. White Meat has invalidated. I was about to say retired, but no, he's invalidated. Five Crown is also invalidated. So could be seeing a fair few this race, or just the drivers checking the limits in qualifying so don't overstep it in the race. That's something I'm very keen on doing. I'd rather invalidate a fair few qualifying laps, especially in the earlier stages of qualifying sessions. Just go out for a few sighters and see where I can and can't run wide, and then gain time from there. It's a bit of reconnaissance work, but we'll have to wait and see. Just under 10 minutes, the final third of this qualifying session. Zombe's about to start his lap, and 5 Crown about to start another one, or is... Did he cut that? I don't think he did. No, he's got away with that. So 5 Crown's going to be on another lap, but I believe it will be Nicholas. Yes, it will, in the Prema kart, to complete his lap out of everyone else. Oh, a little bit on the curb there from Nicholas. Keeps it well in order though. 124.6, that's a very nice middle sector. So his last sector now, only 2 major corners in this sector. So let's just see how Nicholas can take these and see where he can plop himself in this qualifying session. With his teammate is currently in P6. He'll want to be obviously ahead, as he is currently on the softer compounded tyres than his teammate. Yeah, he did do it. Okay, here we go. Up to the line. It's looking like a very nice lap. 55.7. That's the first man in the 55s with Nicholas there. So that's a fantastic lap there from the Prema. Butler is on a lap. Who's going to be next to cross the line? I think it'll be Ruxian. He's on an outlap. Apollo is on an outlap himself as well in the Charus. Toft of white meat has validated again, and he's run out of fuel. So he's got to limp back to the pits, come back round after he's topped up the tank. Ruxian still doesn't have a head. That's incredibly off-putting. But he does set a lap, 158.7. Doesn't improve on his position though. I think he'll be going again to try and beat that. Yeah, Butler will be next to complete a lap. Through Blanchemont now, takes that very, very nicely, carrying a lot of speed. Braking hard into the bus stop chicane, takes that very, very nicely. Little nibble of the apex, that's gonna gain him a bit of time. And 55.8, he's just off Nicholas, but he is back up into P2 ahead of Brando. So he's only a 10th off. As Nicholas runs wide and invalidates. Brando is on an out lap. Will it be Ruxian next? Yeah, Ruxian's the only driver on a lap. For the moment, at least. Looking at 5 viewers at the moment. Welcome, everyone. Just approaching the end of qualifying now. Just over 5 minutes left, and then we'll be looking at the race. Well, the first of 2, the feature race and then the sprint race. So for those not familiar, this qualifying session is only for the feature race. This will dictate the order, the starting grid for that one, and then the top 8 of the finishers of the feature race will be reversed. So P8 will start P1, and P1 will start P8, and so on. And the points will be reduced from the top 10 to the top 8. Fastest lap is worth 2 points, and pole position is worth 4. Ruxian across the line with a 156.9. That is a good lap there. Plopped him up into P5 ahead of Funky Cactus and Loki. Zombears is invalidated. I thought we had the rev glitch then. That's just me, my ears. Apollo in the first sector there. Toft of White Meat is retired, so he will be starting last. P13 this qualifying session. As that's right on board with the Charus driver. He's not had the best of starts to his debut here, but he's getting to grips again with these cars and finding his feet in an ultra competitive field. On his day, he's definitely capable of points and keeps everything together, keeps the penalties to a minimum. He can definitely get podiums. Apollo is quite a speedy driver. Oh, Brando has left the session. As we ride on board now, last sector for Apollo, 126.3. That's looking pretty good so far. I quite like his helmet. That is quite a nice helmet for that car. Matches the blue. But only a couple more corners now. Blanchimont and bus stop. Let's see how it takes this. A little bit wide there on Blanchimont. They could definitely gain a bit of time there, like a tenth or two on the table there. Doesn't want to turn in too early. He gets that right. Very nice. And out power to the line. It's going to be 57. 57.9. Puts in P8 just ahead of Mr. Tado. 5 crown on a lap, as well as Richard. I believe Richard will be first. Unless there's other... Hang on, there might be other drivers ahead. Butler's out of fuel. P-Bence is on an out lap. Oh, good. Brando's back. Oh no, Apollo's just done a lap. So it will be Richard and then 5 crown. Hang on. There we go. Make sure it's selected. 5 crowns. Then once Richard completes his lap, and go on board with the Carlin. Or is it invalidated? It looks like he's backed off a lot on the little mini map there. But 26.4. That's very, very close to his teammate. So this could be very close there. Now, oh, Richard's on a pad, so he has got a new wheel. He's just got his rig now. He's just had a bit of trouble setting it up. I believe it's all set up now, but choosing to race on the pad tonight. Could imagine maybe it'd be on the wheel for next weekend, but just want a bit of time to get used to it first. But around the last couple of corners now, a little bit wayward there. It's going to be a 58.6, just behind his teammate. And P9. Let's have a... Ooh. Why is this not working? Oh, it didn't let me switch to 5 crown, but he goes P4 with a 156.1. So it's currently P2 and 4 for the Carlin drivers. Zombez is the only driver in the session left to set a lap time. He's currently on an out lap with 2 minutes left now. This is a... This is the do or die moment now. 2 minutes left. If he invalidates, that will be P number 12 for Zombez. Everyone can start on fresh tyres in Formula 2. It's not like F1, where if you qualify in the top 10, you have to start on the tyres you've qualified on. You can choose if you want to change to the mediums and go medium soft, or if you want to stick with the softs and go soft medium. Not too much in terms of strategy to F2, but if you're confident enough to go for the alternate strat, you can definitely gain a lot of time at the back end of the race, especially everyone else will be on their worn mediums. If you're on fresh softs, that's going to do you a world of good. I shouldn't imagine it will work too well around here. Usually the mediums, or the middle compound, are the better ones, especially for such a demanding track like Belgium. But Zombez will be just about to start his lap now in the UNI Virtuosi. This will be the last time we see it, for now anyway, in the... Wait, no. So I think Drugovic's has black on it. Or is it blue? I'll have to get a picture of it later, but this is the last time it's mainly black, as far as I'm aware. So I think it's mainly blue for 2021. And obviously the last year of the Renault on the back of the car. Always invalidated, he's gone slightly wide. So that is Zombez's qualifying over. He'll be starting P12. It's not the best, but I'm sure he can have something up his sleeve to combat that and get a few points in the race. We have a look on board now. Who are we next? I think Ruxin's just started a lap. Is it Nicholas? It is Nicholas. Nicholas is 2.5 tenths up on his time, so definitely looking at an improvement here from the Prema driver. Just the last couple of corners now. Blanchimont takes that very nicely, sticks to the inside and carries that speed. Braking hard for the bus stop chicane. Very nice there for the Prema. Out to the line, this is going to be an improvement. 55.5, so 2/10 there. His 5 crowns invalidated, so he's not going to be too happy about that. He'll be starting P3 unless this man Brando can push him down. Although we also have a couple of other drivers on laps as well. That's Zombez there. P-Bence? Oh no, P-Bence is invalidated. So I believe, yeah, it is Brando will be next to set a lap. So he's just got the last couple of corners now to negotiate around the last, not the last corner, second to last corner. Into the bus chicane, braking hard. Gets it nicely slowed down, switches back. Oh, it's round! Oh, that is a massive shame for Brando there. It was looking like a very solid lap. Nicholas, no, not Nicholas, non-ripe Loki. Oh, he's invalidated, so he won't be improving on his time. So I believe that is qualifying over, as Loki spins at the last corner as well. So this last corner is really catching people out this time. So we just have Mr. 5 Crown and Ruxian left to wait for. Ruxian crosses the line just now, Mr. 5 Crown. But that is your grid for the feature race here at Belgium. Nicholas, the phenomenal lap time there. 3/10 clear of Butler. 5 Crown splitting the two. Oh no, 5 Crown is a Carlin. I was about to say splitting the two Carlins, but it's Carlin 2-3. Butler and 5 Crown. Brando in the Trident, that's what's getting confused at. All the blues are the same. In P4, P-Bence up in P5 for ART. Ruxian with a really good qualifying to put himself P6. Non-ripe Loki and Funky Cactus will be sharing the 4th row of the grid. And the Carlins, not Carlins, one day I'll get the team names right. It's not today, but it will be one day, trust me. The two Charouses of Apollo and Richard on his debut, filling out the top 10. Mr. Tado is the last person to set a lap time in P11, and then Zombez and Toft of White Meat round out the grid. 13 drivers tonight, and I'm sure we're in for a great race. Belgium usually is very nice track, especially for driving, and it can provide really good racing as well. Obviously, it's not a track with the best of history in Formula 2. We had the tragedy of 2019 with the accident between Juan Manuel Correa and Anton Hubert. But obviously a lot of safety measures go into the sport, but we're not at the hyper safe area yet, sadly, but definitely working towards it. But anyways, here we go. So we've got a dry start to the feature race here, as we just wait for all the drivers to sort out their strategies, do their last minute things they need to do. You know, grab a snack, grab a drink, go to the loo, have a cigarette, anything they need to do just before we get underway here for, I think it is 13, I'm not entirely sure, or it's 12 laps. One of the shorter ones. As it's such a long lap, the obviously the lap count is negated down. Let's have a look at the race director. Everyone at the moment starting on the soft compound of tyres here. So no one's going to go for the alternate strat. But I agree so far with it's definitely better to start on the softs than it is to start on the mediums. Oh, Ruxian's going to play the different strat there. So going with his qualifying. Going to start on the medium tyres and go to a set of softs near the end of the race. See if you can gain any positions that way. Oh, there we go. Remember to hydrate. And here we go. Just about to get under the way for the formation lap here. Alright, let's make sure I've got all the little thingies on. And there we go. Loki as well, going for the alternate strat. So Ruxian and Loki, slap bang in the middle of the field for both of them. I'm gonna try something different. That is 13 laps. There we go. I had faith. I didn't doubt myself for a second, I swear. But this is obviously the lap just before the race. Drivers have one last chance to get to properly know the track before they do it in racing conditions. Work out braking points, warm up the tyres, warm up the brakes. Obviously in Formula 2 there are no tyre blankets, so everyone will start with stone cold tyres around about 60 degrees. Although that sounds rather hot in terms of, you know, normal temperature, but in racing that is stone cold. Basically igloos on metal, or igloos made of rubber. So one last rundown just before we start the race. Nicholas P1, JC Butler P2, and followed by his Carlin teammate of 5 Crown P3. There's Brando in the Trident P4, P-Bents in the ART P5, Ruxian in the other Prema car P6, non-right Loki, only Campos on the grid P7, Funky Cactus in the only Dams P number 8, followed by the two Charouses of Apollo and Richard respectively. Mr. Tado in the MP Motorsports car P11, Zombez in the UNI Virtuosi P12, and Toft of White Meat rounding out the grid in the HWA Race Lab car. The good old Refreshers Squashies car. They are god tier sweet. Amazing. I wish I had a packet, but sadly I don't. Last few corners now, just waiting for the drivers to reform up on the grid. Their final chance to get as much temperature in the tyres as humanly possible. Oh, I don't think I can view that. That's 18 plus. There we go. Let's go on board with P-Bents. Twitch wouldn't approve of cars inside of each other. So this is how Formula 3 cars are born, ladies and gentlemen. But here we go. The grid is just about to form up now, waiting for the last car there just to pull into place. And here we go. 13 laps here of the Belgian Grand Prix Formula 2 Revolution F1. Can I have a better camera angle, please? I'll do. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it's lights out and away we go. That's a pretty good start from Butler there. He's a side-by-side already with Nicholas. He's going to try and hang it around the outside of the first corner. Yes, he is. He's sure as hell going to give it a go. Ruxian dive bombing there. He's pushed a couple of cars wide. Nicholas holds the lead. P-Bents is up a few places there. Ruxian, despite his T1 dive bomb... Oh my god, they're 4 wide. 3 wide. Oh, he's cut across Brando there. Oh no, Apollo's gone. Oh, that's a massive shame there. I think he's lost some front wing. Loki is tumbling down the order, as is Brando. That's a really horrendous start for the Trident, but at the top, still Nicholas leading from Butler, from 5 Crown, P-Bents, Ruxian, and Funky Cactus. Now, let me get the positions gained. There you go. Zombez is already up 4 positions. Toft of White Meat is up 2. Biggest loser in this is Apollo. Sadly, was tapped round at Eau Rouge. As you see, White Meat get past Richard there for P10. So it's been a bit of a disaster for the Charouse team so far. So we have a look. Nicholas looks like he's starting to pull away a little bit, although I stayed around about half a second for most of this lap. So I think these two could be very even, and hopefully this give us some really good racing later down the line, but obviously it is a very hard track to follow, and especially in F2 cars. Always someone's round. It's Funky Cactus is in the gravel. I don't think he has any damage. That's not going to do his race a world of good. He's slow to let Apollo through. As Apollo runs deep and hits the wall, it's definitely got front wing damage. So it's going to have to pit, but there is a rule in Formula 2. You cannot pit. Ordinarily, it is lap 3. But as it's a 50%... Oh no, it's lap 6. But as it's a 50% race, it's lap 3. As Loki has gained a couple of positions there, as has Brando. Ruxian... Did Ruxian spin? Didn't quite catch that, but Apollo into the pit, so he will have to sadly make another pit stop, as per the mandatory pit stop rule. But if a safety car comes out later on, he should definitely... He should definitely recover from that. I don't know why it says he's in P6, but... Ah, we got the timing glitch. Ah, good old Codemasters. But anyways, lap number 2. It shouldn't be lap number 3. I'll wait till this sorts itself out. This is anything but ideal. Hopefully it'll sort itself out once Apollo... Ooh, Brando gets a penalty already. That's the first penalty due to track limits. It's very easy to do though around this track. It's not the most consistent for track limits, especially given other racing titles. You can use a lot of this runoff, and they even do it in real life, but if you try and do it in the game, Codemasters give you a slap on the wrist and a big firm no. There we go, I think it's sorted itself out now. But it can't be lap number 3, surely. Yeah, it's lap number 2. We're approaching the end of lap number 2 now. Butler is starting to fall away a little bit there from Nicholas. It's not going to be ideal for him, but however, it is still just like in the standings, business as usual. Carlin near the front. Butler sets the fastest lap, so he's definitely starting to get a wiggle on here. He's going to try and jump Nicholas on track, or could even come down to pit stops. We never really know with Formula 2. That is the beauty of it. A little bit of a wiggle there from 5 Crown. But he's held it together nicely. We have Zombez and Loki. Oh no, hang on. Back up the top. We have Butler here. He's going to try and make a move. Yes, he is. He's got DRS. That's going to do him a world of good. Nothing Nicholas can do. No fuel to turn up and down. No ERS in these cars. So he's got to sit there and take it pretty much. But all is not lost. He can definitely try his hand again next lap. And hopefully Butler will be wanting to pull away and break DRS as quickly as possible. As just saw that Toft of White Meat has got past Zombez, as has Loki. So did Zombez have a bit of an incident there? I didn't quite catch that. But White Meat has definitely gained the most so far this race. He's up 5 positions. Apollo sadly in the world of his own down there, P13, through no real fault of his own, but sadly these things do happen in racing. It can't always go to plan, and he's just got to try and salvage what he can from this race, and there is always another one after it, so he'll be definitely wanting to definitely get some redemption in the sprint race. Here we go, we have Toft of White Meat on non-right Loki. Is he going to go for a move here? He's definitely going to think about it. A slight little lift there, he doesn't want to do it. Dirty air as well. Is he going to go for a move? No, he's not going to go for a move. Here we go, we have Nicholas as DRS on Butler, just as Butler did on him a lap ago. So he's going to definitely try and have a go back, but his teammate now, Butler's teammate 5 Crown is in on this, so this is going to be a very nice juicy battle, three-way battle for the lead, as Mr. Tallow has spun round at the last corner, catching a lot of people out this race. There's that last corner. There was a bit of a bump on the exit, so it's not just through virtue of mistake, it is a deceptively hard track as Brando goes round the outside of P-Bents. He's got that move stuck. That is a beautiful move from Brando there. Absolutely sensational overtake there. Both giving each other enough room and respect. And Brando is back up to P4 where he started. As Loki and Toft of White Meat are going into combat by the looks of it. He's going to try and hang it around the outside. He's definitely going to try it. He's got the better tyres. Oh, he's pushed him. Oh dear, that's not good. Oh, that's really unfortunate there. It's just a bit of a... I don't know if that was a bit of a tank slapper or not, or not entirely sure what happened there, but that's really unfortunate for Loki. He's now got damage as well, and his strategy has gone out the window, as Zombez is right behind Toft of White Meat now as well. Oh, that is a real shame there for Loki. He could have definitely made that strategy work, but Ruxian is the other car on the medium tyres, so we'll have to see what he does as well. He could definitely be a factor at the back end of this race, especially when all these guys are on their mediums. As Butler pits. Butler's going for the undercut. It's a bold call there from the Carlin team. As Brando pits as well, as so Ruxian will obviously jump up into P3 here. There's 5 Crown getting a little bit wayward there out of T1. These cars very, very, very tail happy, as don't have that much downforce planting them to the track. But there we go. So Butler is obviously out and gone first. What about P Benson? P Benson's just behind Brando there. So that's business as usual for those two. Mr. Taddo has got himself up into P9 there through the virtue of the pit stops from Richard and Zombez. As non-work Loki is retired in the pit lane there, so he's I don't necessarily blame him there. It's obviously he has just been shafted out of a pretty good result there, but like I said earlier, sadly these things do happen. I've had it to me on multiple occasions. But it is all the world of racing. Can't always go smoothly. But just got to pick yourself back up, keep trying, and eventually it'll all work out for you. But 5 Crown has lost the DRS distance to Nicholas there, so Nicholas is really getting a wiggle on here. Looks like they're going to be pitting this lap, but looking out for Butler, because he obviously did the undercut. He's gone a lap earlier than his teammate and obviously his rival this race, so that could be a big factor there, and especially if he gets a bit of a slipstream from this dam's Funky Cactus. He could definitely jump these two, but we'll have to wait and see as they do both pit, making sure they don't speed into the pit lane. It's going to be Battle of the Pit Crews. Let's have a quick look at where Butler is. He's last chicane now, so he's just going to be... I definitely think he could undercut these two here. Very, very powerful, especially in Formula 2. Pit stops are a lot longer. Yeah, he's got that done. That's going to gain him a fair chunk of time. Yeah, there goes Butler. And there comes out his teammate and Nicholas. And look at that. 1.8 seconds, about 2 seconds gained from undercutting. So that is a beautiful strategy call there from Butler to go the one lap earlier. As Ruxian now leads, obviously on his medium tyres. He is yet to stop, but he can definitely keep his head down here and then give it a couple more laps. He'll pit for his softs and then he'll definitely go on a charge at the end of this race. P-Bents, oh hang on, Zombez and Toft of White Meat going into combat here. As Zombez gets the move done there on White Meat, both up 5 positions. As Funky Cactus, it's not too far behind him though, he's lost 1 position. Richard's back where he started. Apollo, he's back on the pack again. But obviously with what happened on lap 1, he does have to make another pit stop, so hopefully he could benefit from a safety car and then pit onto a set of softs, but it wouldn't be from now. It would just destroy his race. As we have a yellow flag in sector 1 and 2. It's Mr. Tado on the chicane after the straight. He's spun round. Ruxian pits. So he's only pitted a lap after the front runners have pitted for their mediums. So obviously he's not happy. White Meat gets a penalty for multiple track limit breaches. As Nicholas gets really wayward there. That's going to lose him a lot of time to 5 crown. As Butler sets the fastest lap of the race. He is definitely on a charge to make a statement here. I believe Butler is second in the championship, just behind his teammate 5 crown by about 6 points. Or 8 points. And this is definitely the kind of result he needs to boost his chances of winning, but he has got a very, very strong teammate. And speaking of that teammate, he is definitely going to try and have a go here. Or is he going to think better of it? He goes to the inside of Nicholas. Down the inside he goes. A little bit too deep, but he covers him off nicely, and that is now a Carlin 1-2, unless Nicholas can come back at him here. He's definitely going to give it a go into the long right-hand hairpin. He can't get it done. A little bit of a lock up there from 5 crown. But he's got the move stuck. That is a beautiful move there from 5 crown. And that is now a Carlin 1-2. Nicholas, who started on pole, is down to P3. He's not going to be too happy about that. But he's just got to keep it on the road and try and fight back. And Brando's not too far behind these guys, but obviously he does have that penalty to contend with. And P-Pence picks up a penalty as well. That's going to help Brando. So Brando is now safe behind, well, for the time being. White Meat just behind Zombez yet again for the battle for P7. These two, obviously when we come to the sprint race, these two will be starting P1 and 2 if it was to finish like this. Obviously White Meat will be on pole with Zombez P2. As we have Nicholas looking around the outside of the chicane. Can't quite get it done, just doesn't have the acceleration there or the grip. Butler's set the fastest lap again. He's definitely on a charge here to try and gain as much time and just give himself that buffer. And he's doing everything perfectly so far. We have Nicholas going to come back at 5 crown here. He's got the straight to do it. As Brando's round. He spun it round at the exit of the first corner. That's a massive shame for the Trident driver. He was on course for a P4 there. As Nicholas chooses the outside of the Carlin, he's going to go for a move here. He's going to get it done. Brando gets disqualified for going the wrong way. He's going to get it done. A little bit of argy-bargy there. But 5 crown, I think, is going to keep that move done. Is he? No, he's not. He's going to lose out. That's a... Ooh. That's about as firm as you want to get. A bit of wheel banging and, you know, pushing, but... He does it again. He just closes off the door, but... You know, it's... I had a point. I definitely had a point to what I was going to say. I forgot it. My brain is frazzled and we've only done 8 laps. Apollo picks up a penalty there. That's not going to do him a world of good, but obviously he's got plenty of a buffer to Mr. Tado. Oh yeah, obviously there is a fine line between, you know, driving that's in the rules, you know, driving nice and clean, giving each other space and everything like that. Then you do have that questionable grey area of, you know, squeezing, pushing off track, and, you know, the bit of argy-bargy here and there. But as long as it's not, you know, deliberately putting each other in walls, I think, personally, rubbing's racing, but, you know, I'm not sure of the exact rules. P-Benz is round at the last corner. Oh, that's not going to do him a world of good, but he's still got plenty of time to Ruxian there. Lap number 9 of 13, approaching the end phases of this race. A quick look at Chato. Sorry, I've been neglecting you all this race. Ah yes, Mr. Poggo. Pog in the chat. Hello my friend, how are you doing? We have 5 Crown back on the attack here. He's going to want to have another go at Nicholas now. And he's got it done with the help of DRS. Can Nicholas come back at him here? No, he can't. 5 Crown's got the move done. Back up into P2 for the Carlin driver. Back to another 1-2. All the while these two fight. Butler is just off. He is gone. He's in another post. He's already at Italy. All the while these guys are battling. But there's still going to be a very decent points haulage for Carlin if it was to finish like this. A 1-2 finish. Nicholas picks up a penalty. That is huge for this race. As, hey, Mr. Tazonic. Oh, Nicholas gets on the curb there. He's almost spun it around, but he's kept it in a straight line. And we have Mr. Tazonic now, joining us for the sprint race. As Nicholas almost loses it again. He's not really liking those mediums. He's just not got the grip that everyone else around him seems to have. He's obviously now got that penalty as well, which is going to be huge for his race outcome. He's going to look around the outside. 5 Crown closes the door. He's backed right off there, so he's going to wait. And just having a look now. P-Bents. Hang on, let's check the penalty situation quickly. P-Bents has 3, Nicholas has 3. Everyone that has penalties has 3, aside from Toft has 2. 6 rather. 6 seconds, or 1 penalty to 2 penalties. I don't know. This is hard. But let's have a look here. Nicholas has gained 8 tenths in the first sector. That's beautiful lap timing there. It's going to be a very, very cut and run with all these track limits here. But I'm not exactly sure if they're getting away with this or not. But only time will tell. Obviously Nicholas has a penalty, 5 Crown doesn't. Richard picks up a penalty. Richard's usually quite good for not picking up penalties, but he's just got the one so far. So the only drivers left to get penalties are the 2 Carlins, the Butler and 5 Crown, Ruxian, Zombez and Tado. But oh, Funky Cactus picks up a penalty. Is that his first one or his second one? Oh, that's the second penalty. Hang on. Let's leave it on the penalties for a little bit, just so I know. But anyways, back into the action now. As we have Nicholas. Is he going to try and go for a move here? No, he's not quite close enough to send it. As they are really butchering that last chicane. A little bit of wiggle there from 5 Crown. Nicholas, it's the fastest lap of the race. As I think Butler's lost a little bit of time there, but I don't know, it does look like it. He's losing a little bit of time, but only gradual, only a millisecond every time it updates. But he's still got that 4-second buffer. There's Nicholas. Ooh, that was very, very hairy there going up the Radion. And down. Is he going to have a look? No, he's not. He's not quite wanting to. Apollo picks up another penalty. Oh, this is getting great. Lap 11 of 13 here for the Belgian Grand Prix feature race. Sector 2. Is that Mr. Ah, it's Mr. Tado again. He's not having the best of times out there. Right, oh, he's gone. Ooh, Nicholas has gone wide again and picked up another penalty. So this is really not helping his chances. He's still going to get at least P3, providing nothing traumatic happens. But He's not helping his chances by picking up all these penalties. But 5 Crown is definitely gaining on his teammate there. So I think Butler, he did do that strat call of pitting a lap early, and maybe now it's coming to bite him again. But I shouldn't imagine it would be that huge. Oh yes, helicopter cam, quick, turn off the HUD. There we go. Nice, beautiful helicopter shot of Mr. Butler there. As 5 Crown's picked up a penalty in that, so he's that's going to be a huge as well. So Butler still doesn't have a penalty, and even if he was to keep losing the time he was losing, these two were to catch him, he could fall behind them and still win the race. Obviously, everyone wants to win on track, but obviously it is all the more sweeter doing it on track. But it does sometimes come down to penalties. Funky Cactus is on the back of Zombez now for the battle for P7. Toft of White Meat has got to P6. As Zombez goes wide, picks up... Oh no, as Funky Cactus picks up a penalty, and then Zombez picks one up as well. As he's going to look down the inside. I think he's going to have this move done. Oh, Zombez comes back at him in the braking zone though. Oh, he's going to try and hang it around the outside. Is he going to get that done? Oh, it's very close. Oh, he's still held it round the outside. Beautiful defending from Zombez there. I thought Funky was going to go back at him then, but just didn't quite have the drive there. Going a little bit wide again, but so far it will be Funky that will start from from sprint race pole. He could, like he has now, he's overtaken on the exit of Puon. Don't see that every day. That is amazing. And oh, that is there's a lovely little squeeze there from Funky to get back past. This is great racing between these two. Apollo picks up another penalty. Kieran, stop corner cutting. But Zombez, is he going to have another look back here? I think there's also going to be a little bit of a battle for P3 as well. Zombez runs wide, picks up another penalty. If he picks up another one, that's going to really help Funky get P7 here. There's, Roxian pits. Not sure why he's done that. The tyres must have dropped off severely, but that's a massive shame for him. Unless he wants to start P8. That is the biggest tactic I've ever seen. That's great. But anyways, last lap of the race, lap 13 now. Nicholas on the back of 5 Crown, but he has one more penalty than 5 Crown does. Butler's 3 seconds up the road from these two. He's lost about a second and a half from when his tyres started to go off to now. But obviously he's not lost enough to lose out to these two. Obviously he doesn't have a penalty. Funky Cactus and Zombez are going back round. Zombez is round. Oh, that's a massive... Oh, it's a massive shame. That was a great little battle there. But I think that means Funky Cactus is getting P6. Zombez will be P7. That means Richard, unless Roxian gains that half a second, although he's on brand new soft, so he could, then Richard will be starting his debut sprint race from pole. The scenes. Oh, 5 Crown's got a penalty at the last hurdle here. If Nicholas sends it, he could get P2, but I don't think he's close enough. Half a second. No, he's not close enough. Sector 3 yellows. I'm not sure who that is. I think that's Mr. Taddo. Benny corners now from Mr. Butler. We're having a quick look on board with Nicholas. Is he going to get this to the line? No, he can't. He's... Oh, 5 Crown's gone wide. Oh, that would have been... Oh... Well, Butler has won the feature race here at Belgium. 5 Crown P2. There's a Carlin 1-2. Nicholas 3rd. That was so close to a side-by-side finish. P-Benz is going to come across P4. Toft of White Meat has gained a hell of a lot of places. P8. 8 positions to P5. There's a pretty good race there for the HWA driver. Zombez coming around the last couple of corners now, just followed by Funky Cactus. I think Zombez will get P6. Yes, he will. Yep. Funky Cactus will get P7. Richard will get P8 on track, but sadly he will lose it as Ruxian does not have any penalties. Richard does. So Ruxian will be starting the sprint race from pole position. Richard on his debut though, P9. Apollo after his lap 1 issue or collision will come home P10 to pick up 1 sole point, and Mr. Tado P11. Do we have time to do the podium interviews now, or should I do them after the sprint race? If I just write down who got where, we could do it that way. There we go, Toft of Whitemeat gets driver of the day from the game. 8 positions gained. I've just dropped my pencil. That's not good. Professionalism. Right. So we have Butler. Won't be much tight. Yeah, I'll do it at the end then. Mr. 5 Crown P2 and Nicholas, not Nicholas, B3. So there we go, I just got to remember that. And then the sprintages race. 1, 2, 3. There we go, there are your results. JC Butler wins. 5 Crown P2, Nicholas P3. So another Carlin 1-2. That's going to be a big boost for their constructors fight. P-Benz P4, Toft of Whitemeat P5, Zombez 6th, Funky Cactus 7th, Ruxian P8. That obviously these 8 will be reversed to the sprint race. Richard picking up points on his debut, and then Apollo just scraping out that last point. Mr. Tado, the last of the finishers, and then Non-Right Loki and Brando, the 2 not to finish this race. Did notice as well we had Mr. Stewart and Tazonic join in the feature race there, so we'll have 15 drivers for the sprint race. I'm going to guess it's about 8-9 laps, there or thereabouts, maybe 10. I'm going to say 9. I was confident-ish with 13 for the feature race, so I'm going to say 9 for the sprint race. But here we go then. Just waiting now. I can see Taz. There's Taz. Where's Mr. Stewart? Is he on that list? I can't see him. Hang on, let me pause and check race director. He might be on there. Oh no, Stewart didn't get a car. But obviously everyone will be on the medium tyres. No need to make a pit stop this race, so it's just a like the name entails, it is a flat out sprint of just the 1 tyre compound to the end of the race. All the cars are just hopping around on the grid there, you can just see in the corner. That is really weird. So we've had Ruxian with no head, and now we have cars having raves. What's next? There we go, 9 laps. I was right. Woo! Right, there's no point in having tyres, because obviously everyone's on the thing, so we'll go for penalties. Actually no, race start will have position change. There we go. Professional. Absolutely amazing work. Apollo's been disqualified, as has Richard, so those 2 have come together on the formation lap. Well, better the formation lap than the actual race, gentlemen, so don't worry about it. But here we go, the grid for the sprint race here is a lot brighter. So it's nice and sunny. Here we have Ruxian P1, Funky Cactus P2, Zombez P3, Toft of Whitemeat P4, P-Benz 5th, Nicholas 6th, 5 Crown 7th, and Butler 8th. Are they're already racing? Oh dear. Huh. Fair enough. We have Richard and Apollo rounding out the top 10. Mr. Tado 11th, Non-Right Loki 12th, Brando 13th, and Tazonic joining us for the sprint race. Sadly, Stewart didn't get in. That would have been 15, but one more the merrier. Right, let's ride on board with Ruxian so we can get this race start. It's 5 viewers. So welcome everyone, you've come just in time for the sprint race here of Revolution F1. This will be round 18, we've just done round 17. Or race 17 and 18. Round number 9, depending on how you look at it. We're just coming around the last couple of corners now. Ready to start the sprint race, 9-lap sprint. So around about 20 minutes odd of 20 minutes of racing, there or thereabouts, with it being, say, just under 2 minutes a lap for 9 laps. But here we go, it's just waiting for the last car to form up now. What are these camera angles? There we go. Well, here we go. Oh, there we go. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. Lights out and away we go. It's a pretty good start there for Ruxian. He's got away. Zombez has had an amazing start as well, as has Nicholas. Flying up the field already. P-Bence has had a good start as well. 5 Crown. Butler's stayed where he is. Stayed where he started. And looks like Zombez is going to have a go at Ruxian, is he? No, he's not. He can't quite get the run. But obviously there is a really long straight coming up now, as P-Bence is now up to P3 from that start. Funky Cactus is going to try and take that off him. We have Zombez and Ruxian as well. Tough to White meeting 5 Crown going into combat. We're going to have Zombez down the inside, are we? Or Ruxian down the inside. It's going to slight tap there, but Zombez has got the move done. And now Ruxian's going to get gobbled up here. Oh, he's going to go around the outside there. Somehow recovered that to be side by side with the race leader again. He's going to have a look. No, he's not. Oh, yes, he is. He's definitely gone for that there. A little bit of a tap there. Nicholas is up to P4. Oh my goodness. I'm not sure what's happening. 5 Crown and Butler. Oh no, 5 Crown and P-Bence there. Oh, there's someone around. That's is that Mr. Tado? Or oh, that's Tazonic and Loki have sadly gone round there. But here we goes, 5 Crown around the outside of P-Bence. Is he going to get that move done? No, he's not. P-Bence has braked that a little bit later. Oh, he's touched the curb there from 5 Crown, allowing his teammate to get past him. But 5 Crown's going to hold it down the inside. Yes, he is. Still got that move done. That's a great bit of battling there. Oh, it's Nicholas round! Nicholas has gone round into the wall. Ooh, oh my god, it's 3 wide. Oh dear lord. Brace, I'm not sure what to say. That could have been a catastrophe, but great wheel-to-wheel respect here from these guys. Going to go 3 wide as well into this corner here. Ruxian picks up a time penalty in the sprint race. That is humongous. As Funky Cactus now leads. As wait, what? No, he doesn't. What? What is this game? Ruxian should lead from Funky Cactus, Zombez, P-Bence, 5 Crown. Apollo has got his way up to P5. What a lad. Wait, what? Oh, hang on. This is the timings again. I'll have to wait till these timings actually sort themselves out. So that's Loki gone again. He's not had the best of race weekends here. Going to be one to forget for him. As I'm not sure who's where. Oh, that's Ruxian and the wall there. Oh no. He's gone from leading. I think he's got front wing damage as well. As Butler has been tagged around, has he? Go on, Tokyo Drift. Oh, beautiful save. Beautiful save from Butler there. Oh, something's happened to P-Bence by the looks of it. Is he spun? Or Tough to White meets back up to P4. 5 Crown has got up into P3. 4 positions gained. There's Zombez. Oh, Funky Cat. Okay, there we go. Funky Cactus does lead from Zombez from 5 Crown. Toft of White Meat. Butler's just got past P-Bents. Richard and Apollo are battling for P7 there. The other two teammates. Brando's just behind them as well. Mr. Tado, P10. Nicholas, P11. Tazonic. And then Ruxian. Ruxian's gone. So that's his front wing gone as well. That's not been the best of races. Sprint races for him. Which is rather sad. He was leading for the first lap or so. 5 Crowns got past... Oh, Brando's gone into the back of Apollo. 5 Crowns got past Zombez. There is so much going on right now. But 5 Crown gets a bit out of shape there. That's going to allow Zombez to have another go at him into T1 here. He does have DRS, doesn't he? I don't know. I don't trust this game in any way, shape or form. Oh, he's gone really wide. That's allowed Toft of White Meat to get past him there. So Ruxian down a position. P-Bents has got out of shape as well. He almost collects the barrier, but misses it. This Tazonic and Mr. Tado going into battle there. Zombez has picked up a penalty. Ruxian's retired in the pits. Oh, Mr. Tado's gone really wide, and the two MPs have collided. Oh, that's not really... that's not what you want. Let's have a look up the top. 5 Crowns got past Toft of White Meat. Oh, is that Zombez almost round? That's allowed Butler through. So, Carlin, business as usual, by the looks of it. P4 and P2 already. Now 5 Crown's going to go after Funky Cactus here. And try and get this P1. Lap 3 of 9. Only 7 laps left. It's been a really chaotic race as Butler's right on the back of White Meat here. Is he going to go for a move here? I don't think he will. No. Breaks that slight bit earlier. Try and get the run. He's going to try it. Is he? Oh. Wrong car. There we go. No, he's just going to try and stick with him here. Maybe go for a move if he gets it. Gets a good enough run into the bus stop. We'll just wait till the straight. As we have... Oh, Zombez is round. And, oh, he's taken Apollo with him. Those two have come together. It's gone from bad to worse for Apollo there. But this has been such a crazy race. Funky Cactus that's the fastest lap of the race. Butler immediately beats it. Brando's all kinds of out of shape out of the last corner. Butler's right on the back of Toft of White Meat again. He's going to try and go for a move here. He'll have DRS assistance this time. As Apollo comes into the pits and retires, he's had enough. Taz's pit. Oh, Butler picks up a penalty. Just got it on the exit of Radion there, or the apex of Radion, should I say. That's huge for this race. So he's really got to get a wiggle on if he wants to salvage and negate that penalty. As he gets through on the HWA there. Ruxian's left the session. Mr. Tazonic is still in the pits. So Richard in the points still on his debut, so he's doing very well. 7 positions gained for Brando, 5 apiece for the Carlins. And they're chasing down Mr. Funky Cactus here for the win of the sprint race here at Belgium. So I just have to wait and see how this race plans out. With Butler obviously having a penalty, no one else around him does. So that could be a huge huge implication for the race there. Oh, Mr. Tado has lost it through Puon. Oh, ref glitch. But 5 Crown doesn't look like he's catching Cactus here. But we'll have to... Oh, maybe he is. Oh, there you go. It's the fastest lap of the race, so... He's definitely doing his utmost to get a wiggle on. White Meat's still within DRS. Nicholas has just set the fastest lap of the race. So we're just going to have to see what happens next to 3 yellows. A zombies round at the last corner there. But anyways, back out the front. 5 Crown just under 2 seconds drift of the race leader, Funky Cactus. Funky did pick up a fair few penalties in the feature race, so maybe 5 Crown could be thinking about that. Obviously, Funky did get, I think, 9 seconds worth. But we'll have to wait and see. Oh my god, the rev glitch exists in F2 cars as well. Oh, that's cursed. I think we have Brando looking at P-Vents here. It's about 9/10 adrift. Oh, good lord. So, it's about half a second away now. Lap 5 of 9, almost at the end now, about 4 laps left. After we finish this one, 4 laps remain. So Funky, as long as he keeps it between the white lines, he could definitely win this race. Because 5 Crown's not catching him all that quickly. Butler is P3 with that penalty, however. Oh, there we go, Brando on P-Bents. He's got the move done, has he? Oh no, he's gone way too deep into the corner. He's going to cut. Ooh, he got the penalty. I think he's going to... Is he going to lift off and let P-Bents go? Doesn't look like it. Maybe he'll just break early into T1. No, he's just going to go for the move. Fair enough there from Brando, as Nicholas gets a little bit wayward out of that corner as well. P-Bent's going to have another look here at the Trident driver. Might be a little bit annoyed that he's just been overtaken off track, but he's definitely got to get this done. He's going to try it. Yes, he is, with the help of DRS. And it looks like he's got it done, as he... Yeah, he's got it back done. So he's back ahead of the Trident driver. And 5 Crown now within DRS. I just sent that in chat. Thank you, Taz. He's in DRS now of Funky Cactus. So he could definitely post a charge now. 3.5 laps to go. And Butler as well. He looks like he's coming in on this. He's a little bit wayward there at Pouon. He's going to run wide, maybe get a warning. I'm not quite sure. He hasn't picked up a penalty for it. But all starting to converge on each other now again at the end of this action-packed sprint race. So we just have to see what 5 Crown can do here against Funky Cactus. Will Funky Cactus contest and defend? We'll have to wait and see. As soon as you get DRS around this track, that's pretty much it, and even more so in F2 cars. Just the lack of aero, lack of air disturbance as well caused by these cars. Just makes the overtaking with DRS all the more easier. As Funky Cactus gets really out of shape out of the last corner there. That's not going to do him any good. So 5 Crown is right on the back of him now. He's just going to maybe wait another corner, get DRS. Yeah, by the looks of it, that's what he's going to do. He's going to have the move done most likely on the straight here. I don't think... Can Funky Cactus defend from this? If he's got a low downforce setup, he could. But up they go, up the hill. Here we go then. 5 Crown for the lead of the feature sprint race. Looks to the outside, DRS done. P-Bents gets a penalty. And that's it. Nothing Funky Cactus can do there. Literally a sit-and duck on the straights. As soon as the car behind has DRS, that's it. As Butler's starting to lose a little bit of time here. Maybe his tyres are going off. You can kind of see the wear patterns forming on them all a lot. But Funky's still right within 5 Crown here. He could try and pressure 5 Crown to run wide, get a warning. As Funky Cactus maybe has just done that himself. We'll just have to wait and see. Does he run? No. He's trying to keep it within the within the white lines, rather. Sorry. Nicholas and P-Bents could be going into battle soon. It's quickly run on board with that just in case. But unless Funky's going to try and come back, yes, he could do here. Has he got the run? Runs a little bit wide, but he's definitely got the acceleration compared to 5 Crowns. Could be a move. We're going to see a move in Blanchimont. He's certainly going to have a look, is he? No, 5 Crown covers him off beautifully. 5 Crown gets a penalty, as does Cactus. So this is huge for the end of this race. So this is now anyone's gain of the top 3, but if these guys fight too much, then White Meat could just come in and swoop this out. Nicholas as well on P-Bents, and Nicholas goes a little bit wayward, as does P-Bents. They're going to be side by side over the line. Both got DRS off Brando. Into T1. P-Bents down the inside. Is he going to get it done? No, not quite. Nicholas has the acceleration on the outside. I think he's going to have it. Yes, he is. He'll have DRS. Have a quick look back up here at the top. Lot Funky Cactus now has DRS again. He's going to come back at 5 Crown here. And he's got that done. DRS with the use of DRS. This is a great end to this race. 2.5 laps to go. Or even 1.5 laps to go. Sorry, lap 8 of 9. So just looking at this now, let's have a quick look. Hang on, gap to leader. 3.4 seconds. Tough to White Meat only has to gain 4/10 to come in and swoop this victory. And Funky Cactus has gone wide onto the grass. It's going to allow Butler through. Yes, it is. Oh, that's a massive shame there. He's going to run wide as well. Oh no. Oh, he's got wing damage. So he must have lost it and then hit a wall. Oh, that's a massive shame for Funky Cactus there. He was on for a great result there. But all the while this is happening, Richard picks up a penalty. But look at that gap with 1 and a bit laps to go. Top of White Meat, 2/10 away from a race win. So the Carlins are really going to want to try and put the hammer down here. So obviously all White Meat has to do is not pick up a penalty and try and gain 3/10. Mr. Tado picks up a penalty. But here we go, the last lap of the sprint race here at Belgium. Round number 18. Or race number 18. The last lap has begun. Butler's not within DRS of 5 Crown. This could maybe hurt him, but Tough to White Meat is now 3 seconds behind. This is going to go right down to the wire with these three. We're going to have to see what happens. This is going to be really exciting to see. But up Rouge they go. 3.1 seconds. Guys, 1/10 away from a race win. We'll just have to see what the Carlins do. They're going to get the hammer down, go for a fastest lap or something, and just try and negate that gap. Nicholas and P-Bents are back into combat. Nicholas has got the move done. Mr. Tado picks up a penalty. There we go. Nicholas has got that move done. Let's have a quick look at the penalties. So yeah, it was just half a second for White Meat here. He's just got to nail this last half of the lap. Lap 9 and 9. It's just there on the tips of his fingers. He's just got to get it. But at the moment, 5 Crown is looking like he's securing this race win. But only this last sector is going to say what happens. Let's see, they come now. Last sector split is there. Around the last corner. These tyres do not look healthy at all. They are looking doner than done. Butler picks up another penalty. That could maybe... that could knock Butler right down. Wait, no. It might knock him down to P4. But we'll have to wait and see. 3.8 seconds is looking increasingly unlikely. But he could still definitely salvage a P2 here. Goes a little bit deep. P-Bents picks up a penalty. That's going to be huge. Brando gets past Funky Cactus. Because Funky Cactus gets kind of pushed to the apex there. Brando's going to try it around the outside. Butler wins. 5 Crown wins, sorry. And White Meat gets P2, 1.1 seconds off. Butler P3. Funky Cactus gets 4th at the end of that. Nicholas 5th. Brando 6th. P-Bents 7th. Richard on his debut looks like he's going to get a point in both races here. It's a brilliant result. Zombez P9 and Mr. Tado. Oh, if this was the sprint race, if this was the feature race, Mr. Tado could have had a point. But oh wait, hang on. Mr. Tazonic has come out of nowhere. We have a wild Taz who has materialised. And he's going to have it done P10. Oh, Mr. Tado kind of lets him go there. And there he goes. Oh, Tado's round at the last corner. There you go, celebratory donut. And over the... Oh. Taz crosses the line backwards and there goes his teammate. That is a great couple of races there. But let's wait and see the final few results. Driver of the day, Mr. Brando. Or I'm Brando. But let's have a look here at these results. There's Walk Like an Egyptian, Mr. 5 Crown, claiming victory here in the sprint race. From White Meat P2 and Butler 3rd. That is a great couple of races there. Right, once this podium is done, I'll start inviting the podium finishers. I guess it'll just be easier to invite all of them. Well, there's only 4 people to invite anyway. You've got 5 and Butler twice. So let's start inviting these guys. But there is your final race results. Why is this not working? Cursed. Don't do it, please. No technical difficulties now. Don't do it. Send help. Can someone call me a mechanic? This isn't working. I'll have to do it like this. Hang on. Don't worry. I'll fix it. Recently played. We'll just do it this way. Don't worry. Right, so we'll have Toft of White Meat. That's 1. Mr. 5 Crown. Nicholas. And Mr. Butler. Right, we'll try and get these guys in and go from there. Oh no. Oh, there we go. I thought party just died. That would have been a bit of an F. Right, there we go. Well, that's the feature race podium here, so let's start with that while we wait for Mr. Whitemeat to join. So, feature race results. See, high IQ plays. I wrote it down, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Mr. Butler.
Hello.
You have come away with a race win.
Yeah.
Wait, am I doing it in the right way? Do you want me to do it first to third or third to first?
Third to first is what you do.
Third to first. Okay, so hang there for a minute. I'm sorry I've got you hyped like that.
Yeah.
Mr. Nicholas.
Yeah.
You came away with the P3 there. Started on pole, but just compared to Butler and 5 Crown, the 2 Carlins, looked like you were struggling a lot more with your car, with your setup, with the track and whatever not. It just didn't look comfortable for you. So just give us a few words on that.
Yeah, my setup was had 2 air wings. It was good for the quali when I got clean air. Then I couldn't catch the car in front with my wings. So yeah, my plan was to stay in the front, but it didn't work out.
Oh yeah, you've still got a decent haul of points there in the feature race, 15. But then just sadly didn't add up for you in the end there. But it was a great race between you 3. It was thoroughly enjoyable to watch. But then we'll move on then to Mr. 5 Crown.
Hello.
Hello. Your beautiful P2. Some great battling between you 3, and especially some of your round the outside moves. Just beautiful. So yeah, it definitely looked like you 2 Carlins were in control. Obviously, both of you 2 came away with double podiums from this, but focusing on the feature race for now, came away with a P2. not too far off your teammate in the end, and that's a solid points haul for you guys at the top. Just give us a few words.
Oh, it's basically Mercedes. Basically Mercedes 2016. Basically of us just fighting each other.
Yeah, it's a bit. I don't know. Feature is I wanted to fit lap 4, but obviously Butler fitted lap 4, so try and undercut both of them, but obviously that didn't work. Because Butler is
Keep it PG. Keep it PG. You were saying a lot worse in the party.
I don't know. It wasn't that good of a weekend for me.
You come away with a P2 and a P1, but you know.
No. If we look in the overall standings, it's not a good weekend.
Yeah, I understand that. But congratulations anyway. So there we go. Now I can talk to you. We've done it. We go 3, 2, 1. So the race winner, Mr. Butler, pretty much controlled it after your undercut. You pitted that lap earlier, as just heard from 5 Crown that he wanted to, but
I
you were the car in front.
I know he wanted to. As soon as I drove into the pits and he called me, I can't say it, but he called me a naughty word. But I had Jeff on I had Jeff call me. Say to pit on lap 4 because my tyre wear was really bad around this track. So Jeff said to pit in on lap 4, so I did that, and next thing I know, 5 just wasn't happy. But then it was alright on the undercut, just try not to get a penalty really. And then going into the sprint race, it was going to be difficult, and I'm assuming those first laps were carnage to watch because they were carnage to be in.
Oh, it was amazing.
So I tried to catch 5, but penalties were just I couldn't manage my tyres well enough to catch him, and by the time I'd got to a clear track, he was too far ahead for me to catch. But he was driving really well, and I just couldn't keep with him. And when Funky went off, I was like, that's more points for me, but more points for 5. So it was a bit of an interesting race, to be honest. But it's getting a bit close to the championship between me and him because I've taken 3 points off him, and now there's a 6-point gap. So I'm coming for him.
It's definitely getting spicy up there, and
like
great
I
action-packed
said,
race.
it's like Mercedes from 2014
It's
to
just been,
2016 with
Mercedes
Rosberg and
2014,
Hamilton, basically.
I
mean, it's not as vicious as that. Well, apart from when 5 wants to be vicious, but, you know. But no, it's all good. It's all good banter, to be honest. The best man will win.
They're thoroughly looking forward to seeing these last three tracks out, and
is there any? Oh shit! Sorry,
cancelled. That's a penalty for you.
Yeah.
No, we got Italy, Russia, and Abu Dhabi.
Italy will be fun.
Oh yeah, Italy's going to be carnage, always is.
Yeah.
But did White Meat join in the end?
No, he didn't. But he was very
okay.
He was very close to winning that race, sprint race.
Yeah, he was. We had both me and Taz kind of cheering him on a little bit, and Taz in the chat, and then me kind of parroting it back. It was just he was really close at one point. He drove well. He drove well.
Anyway,
yeah, he definitely had a great race for him. But so as he's not here, we just moved back on then to Mr. 5, back on the podium again with a P1 this time. In the ever so chaotic sprint race. Started obviously P7 and kept your nose clean, didn't get any penalties or anything. Oh no, did, sorry, but it didn't mean anything. Sorry, I'm brains fried. But he still came away with 15 points for that race, and it's looking pretty damn tasty for you guys at Carlin in this constructors fight, and like it said, drivers is just between you two.
Sorry, there's a constructors fight going on.
Anyway.
I think the constructors is,
I think
the constructors has been brought home by this point.
I want to see if we've actually won it. 'Cause I'd be interested.
I
to
think
know.
we're about 110 or something, or more points ahead than that.
Yeah, well, Trident had a bad day.
Yeah, the sprint race was just start was
Carnage.
very good. But I got really late into turn 1. I got some positions back from that, and then the next few laps was just ridiculous battling.
Oh, it was carnage.
It was really scary.
It was a lot of fun to watch, though. From what I saw, I mean, you guys must have been sweating like so much.
Well, put it this way,
in
I
all
need a
of
shower.
that. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, is that everything you wanted to say?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, that has been the Belgian weekend. Thoroughly enjoyable to watch, and I can't wait to see what happens at Monza. It's usually chaos.
Five's not leaving it with any points. I'm just saying.
But we'll have to wait and see. So for now, that's goodbye from F2. We'll obviously be back tomorrow. I'll pause the stream a little bit too early. There we go. Let's try that again. It's fine. It's fine. Hang on. Right. Yeah. So that's it for F2 for this week. We'll obviously be back tomorrow for the Italy races of Division 1 and Division 2. And from all the drivers here on the podium, well done on your podiums. And also from me, that is a thank you for having me for this for the streaming duties. It was a lot of fun. I've pretty much lost my voice, and I'm looking forward to next week. So farewell and see you later.